Today, in the third part of the Isha Upanishad series, we will discuss the ninth shloka. The shloka is as follows. Andhan tamhe pravishanti ye avidyam upaste. Tato bhuya ifte tamoya u vidyaya rata. You can see the word-by-word translation of the shloka. If you have a deep interest in it, you can take your time to understand it. The full translation of the mantra is as follows. Those who worship ignorance, avidya, enter darkness. But those who are solely immersed in knowledge, vidya, go into an even deeper darkness. What is this avidya, and what does it mean to worship it? Let's explore avidya in detail. Neglecting to understand one's own existence is avidya. Thinking that I am the best and living in this delusion is avidya. Believing that only I have problems is avidya. Holding the belief that what I do is right and everything else is wrong is avidya. Constantly seeking only pleasure around oneself is avidya. There are hundreds of examples of avidya. In life, many people become immersed in the pursuit of worldly pleasures and entertainment. They are so occupied with external activities that they fail to realize that the source of their happiness, sorrow, or any other emotion lies within themselves. Their mind generates these experiences, yet they believe that satisfaction can only be found in the external world. They become so entangled in material pleasures that they do not find time to reflect on fundamental questions of life, such as what is my duty? What is the purpose of my life? What is the true cause of happiness and sorrow? And so on. They overlook this essential truth that their existence itself is the cause of their desires and experiences. Perhaps they fear facing the reality that one day it will all come to an end, and out of this fear, they immerse themselves even more in worldly things. This fear prevents them from understanding the true essence of life, and as the end approaches, they become even more fearful. To avoid this tragic situation, the importance of vidya, knowledge, and spiritual education is immense, so that we can understand the reality beyond our physical existence and anchor ourselves in that truth. And now, let's understand the even deeper darkness of ego that emerges from vidya. It might seem surprising because Vishnu Purana says, Sa vidyaya vimukte. Vidya is supposed to liberate, so why does it lead to the opposite? Let's explore this. There are people who merely memorize the Vedas, Upanishads, or Bhagavad Gita without understanding what these sacred texts truly intend to teach. They may remember the shlokas, but this memorization brings no real change in their lives. Such vidya, without grasping the true knowledge of the sacred texts, remains limited to literal knowledge, religious rituals, yajnas, and chanting of mantras. It is this kind of superficial, rote-learned vidya that gives birth to fools who associate the practice of brahmacharya with not looking at women. Such incomplete and superficial vidya gives rise to spiritual arrogance and pushes a person into even deeper darkness. Now, perhaps you understand how vidya, when not deeply and thoughtfully pursued, but remains superficial, becomes the cause of the deepest darkness. To lead a meaningful life, it is essential to balance avidya and vidya. Worldly experiences inspire us to move forward, while spiritual education helps us understand the depth of these experiences. Vidya should not be limited to external knowledge or rituals, its true purpose should be self-realization and the attainment of true knowledge. To understand the truth of life, we must adopt a balanced approach to both worldly and spiritual knowledge. Only through this balance can we attain true knowledge and live an enlightened life. Thank you for joining this part of the Isha Upanishad series. We will meet again soon with the final part. Until then, keep learning and continue progressing on this journey of knowledge.